Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this beautiful Wednesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I'm your host, Glenora Shipura. Getting into the news tonight, the Erongo Regional Commander Nicholas Kapembona awarded some of the Erongo Police reservists with their new ranks. About 37 reservists were promoted today at the Tutalani Police Station in Valvis Bay. Frita Moloto was there and gave this report. Let's take a look.
Police reservists is very essential to the Namibian police force. We are equally important in terms of enforcing the law. We are appointed by the same act, which is established under the Article of 118 of the Namibian Constitution, with the following mandate, which is preservation of the internal security of Namibia and maintenance of law and order, protection of life and property, investigation of an offense of alleged offense, and then as prevention of crime. And on top of that also, we are also having strategic pillars, which is guiding the Namibian police force. Our three strategic pillars, and that is now effective policy, building partnership, and organizational excellence. And also, some of us, maybe we don't know what is our vision, our mission, and our core values. The mission, our mission at the Namibian Police Force is excellent policing for a safe Namibia. That is our vision. And followed by our mission, what we're supposed to do. That is to deliver quality law enforcement service to the Republic.
Roads Authority as well as the Roads Fund Administration signed a tripartite agreement earlier today in Swakopmund. Erongo Red CEO Emmanuel Hanambe also announced the installation of the street lighting along the Swakop River Bridge, amounting to over 4.3 million Namibian dollars. Precious Ngitwanapo was there and gave this report.
We are here to witness how we formalize the relationship that has started last year in mid-2023, and eventually, I think it was at Master Toby's office. It was familiar territory for me since I'm coming from there, and subsequently we followed this thing up with a letter to say, look, this is our intention. We have a cost estimate where we believe the cost of these roads, the lights, not the roads, the lights will probably be about 4.6 million, of which we only contribute 1 million, and the two, because they are from Windhoek, and they manage bigger space, they will contribute each about 1.6, 1.7 million for us just to get there. But when the dust settles and when the infrastructure is set up, it becomes our duty as Erongo Red to be able to continue to provide lights, right? The light must come through, electricity must run through so that there is illumination. And equally also, if there is damages to any of those properties, it is then also our. So having said that, as part of this agreement, we are going to install 24 street lights, so stainless steel lights on the bridge, but also equally additional poles, I think 20 poles, also to illuminate the bridge as we are going out.
That concludes our top stories. Moving on, local artists to showcase their work at the Durban Fashion Fair. We get into this after the break.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Getting into our entertainment news, as we highlighted before the break, MTC Windhoek Fashion Week has announced that Namibian designers Leon Shimoteka of Sirenga and Mateus Erastus of MN Creations will showcase their work at the Durban Fashion Fair in South Africa on Friday, the 20th of September. This exceptional opportunity stems from a strategic partnership established last year between MTC Windhoek Fashion Week and the Durban Fashion Fair, aimed at fostering collaboration and strengthening cultural ties between Namibia and South Africa. On the other side of the break, we take a look at our story of the day.
E-Ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
Now, the World Food Programme representative in Namibia, Tiwonga Mushewenyika, thanks the Japanese government for its drought aid contribution of about $9 million. Food coupons will be provided to over 26,000 people in Kunene and Ohangwena. Francois Steinberg reports.
Of Japan to Namibia for consistent support and advocacy on behalf of Namibia. These efforts have yielded the great results we are here to announce today. The generous contribution of approximately $9 million Namibian dollars will make a substantial impact in addressing the effects of the El Nino-induced drought. With this contribution from the government and the people of Japan, WFP will reach over 4,400 households, translating to over 26,555 people who are impacted by drought, including children and those that are at risk of malnutrition in Kunene and Wangwena region.
After the break, we take a look at the TransNamib Heritage Week.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
Getting into our community talk, TransNamib has launched Heritage Week earlier. Now let's take a look, earlier this week rather, let's take a look at what the Executive Human Capital of TransNamib, Webster Gonso, had to say.
Wonderful organization that is called TransNamib. Give them a big round of applause as well. Members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all. It is with immense pride and joy that I stand here before you today as we gather to launch the TransNamib Heritage Week on this beautiful day, Wednesday, the 18th of September 2024. The Heritage Week theme is in Afrikaans. Ik zal hem Afrikaans praten. Cultuur is gemeenschap. Gemeenschap is cultuur. Meaning, culture is community, community is culture. It confirms that community and culture are inextricably linked. They shape our identities and foster unity among us as Namibians. This year marks a significant milestone of the TransNamib Museum. I don't know whether all of you are aware that we've got a very proud museum, a wonderful museum just upstairs here. Please take the time to, before you go upstairs and get to know what our history is all about, in particular transportation history. Land and sea, you will see it here as well. We are also connected to the history of the new museum that has just been inaugurated in Ludritz. I don't know whether you're aware of that. A lot of the artifacts actually come from us, from here as TransNamib as well. I just wanted you to know that as well. Big round of applause for your own organization, TransNamib. So this year, we are celebrating the 31st anniversary. Last year, we celebrated the 30th anniversary, a very big anniversary, but this year is the 31st anniversary. And of course, over these 3 decades, the museum has served as a beacon of history and culture, preserving our rich heritage for future generations. We take this moment to pay homage to its founder, Mr. Walter Bush, who dedicated his life to nurturing this museum. His vision and passion have left an indelible mark on our cultural community and will continue to inspire us as we move ahead. Please give him a big round of applause as well. In absentia, of course, he's no longer with us, but his wonderful work you shall see for yourself if you go upstairs. Ladies and gentlemen, at TransNamib, we pride ourselves on being the backbone of Namibia's logistics and transportation sector. Our commitment to excellence is unwavering, as we strive to provide safe, reliable, and efficient rail services that connect communities and foster economic growth right across our beautiful nation. We understand that our role extends far beyond mere transportation. We are also facilitators of trade, enablers of connectivity, and partners in the progress of our nation, Namibia. As we look towards the future, with the guidance and support of the Museum Association of Namibia, we are committed to taking our museum heritage into new realms. In particular, Honorable Minister, where technology meets tradition. We are hoping to be part of that digitalization moving forward, ensuring that our cultural narratives resonate with both young and old alike. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to all invited guests here.
According to Economic News, Trade Ministry plans to streamline procurement to support MSMEs. We get into this after the break.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Getting into our economic news, the Ministry of Industrialization and Trade says it is focusing on streamlining public procurement and tender reservation policies to enhance the participation of micro, small and medium enterprises in Namibia. According to the Deputy Executive Director in the Ministry of Industrialization and Trade, Michael Hamavindu, the ministry is working to create a more accessible and supportive environment for MSMEs within the public procurement system. Hama Vindu stressed the need to simplify the public procurement process for MSMEs, making it more efficient and less costly. He said this would involve revising the rules governing public tenders to make them more accessible to smaller enterprises, reducing both administrative and financial burdens. Hama Vindu emphasized that preserving local participation in public procurement would boost the competitiveness of domestic businesses and stimulate economic growth. Meanwhile, Hama Vindu also emphasized the need to reduce barriers to finance for MSMEs, noting that the ministry is currently exploring ways to lower interest rates on loans for these enterprises. He pointed out that a cabinet directive from February 2024 mandates MIT to represent solutions by next year. These solutions are expected to be submitted to the Ministry of Finance for inclusion in the next financial cycle. That concludes our economic news. Let's take a look at our financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.15, against the euro at 19.50, against the US dollar at 17.54 to Namibian dollars and 48 cents gets you one Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, gold, platinum and Brent crude oil went down while copper went up, trading at 0.37%. While Brent crude oil went down, going at 0.79%, going for $73 and 36 cents. On the other side of the break, we take a look at our international news. Getting into our international news, more than 50 people have been arrested as part of a major international investigation which dismantled an encrypted communication platform. The platform, known as Ghost, was used to facilitate a wide range of criminal activities, including large-scale drug trafficking, money laundering, instances of extreme violence, and other forms of serious and organized crime. Europol and Eurojust, together with the international law enforcement, worked together to carry out the operation. Throughout the investigation, 51 suspects were arrested, including 38 in Australia, 11 in Ireland, 1 in Canada, and 1 in Italy, belonging to the Italian Sacra Corona Unita Mafia group. Europol also said a number of threats to life were prevented and a drug laboratory in Australia was dismantled. Weapons, drugs, and over 1 million euros in cash were also seized globally, so far, the body added. That concludes our international news. We now take a look at the weather predictions. Katima Mulilo can expect a minimum of 21 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 41 degrees Celsius with sunny weather conditions, while Windhoek can expect a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius, also with sunny weather conditions. And Anna can expect a minimum of 17 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 37 degrees Celsius with partly cloudy conditions. Henties Bay can expect partly cloudy conditions with a minimum of 11 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 15 degrees Celsius, while Rehoboth can expect a minimum of 9 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. On the other side of the break, we take a look at the world of sports with Sports Wrap.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Well, good day, viewers. On today's Sunset News, brought to you by SportsWrap, we do have a lot of local sports and local action that is happening. To start off with, first, we do have a team that has traveled all the way to South Africa to take part in a 7-a-side rugby tournament and a 15-a-side as well. We do have an interview with one of the coaches, Devin Botha, that just speaks about how the team is looking and how excited they are for the event. We do have a little bit of a sound issue, but please do bear with us.
Okay, môre. Devin Botha, coach van die Namibia onder 13-7 span. Ja, ons is op pad Woester toe om aan die nasionale of provinsiale sewe toernooi te gaan deelneem. Dit is nie die eerste keer, die laaste jaar het ons ook deelgeneem en ons het alright gedoen as dit van my afhang met tydspan van preparation. So, dit is onze tweede jaar wat ons nou doen. Ons kyk hoe kan ons dit verbeter hierdie jaar. Ja, so ons het nie so baie tyd gehad nie, maar ek dink as ons onze grondfases gaan doen, ons gaan tackle, first time tackles, en as ons die bal net kan wyd kry om vir hulle ook dan moeg te kry. As ons die bal besit hou, dan behoort dit alles easy te wees, maar op defense is 7 is 'n ding van defense, so as ons gaan goed defend, gaan ons die bal terugwen, gaan ons attack en gaan ons drie druk en dan gaan ons wel 'n show gee.
Well, we wish the teams all the best of luck on their travels and as they take part in good competition. Moving on, we take a look at the launch of the final edition of the Hao Cup that took place earlier this year, I think in September, and it has been set to take place somewhere in October. This is the final event, the final edition of the Dr. Hao Cup. So we are very excited and looking forward to this event. As the SportsWrap team, that's all that we do have for you on Sunset News, and please join us tomorrow, same time, same place.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with football news, the soccer news. It is Champions League action, the best of the best of Europe that started. Liverpool, a good win for them in their first game. They beat AC Milan at AC Milan by 3-1. Bit of a surprise, 3 days ago they lost to Nottingham Forest, that is Liverpool at home, so a good result for Arne Slot is Liverpool coming back winning 3-1. Other results in the Champions League, Bayern Munich, a massive win for them. They won 9-2 against Dynamo Zagreb. They from Croatia, and significant in that game is Harry Kane. He scored 4 goals, and so that's a big one, the biggest one ever in the Champions League, or the first team that ever got 9 goals in the Champions League game. Defending champions Real Madrid also in action, a 3-1 win for them against Stuttgart. It was Kylian Mbappe, the new signing for them, scored in the 46th minute. And then the big story was the Endrick. He is from Brazil. He's just 18 years old. He scored in the 95th minute to become the youngest player ever to score for Real Madrid in the Champions League. Also, Aston Villa, a good away win for them. They played against Young Boys. Young Boys is the Swiss champions. They played in Bern, and a 3-0 win for Aston Villa in that game. And then Juventus beating PSV by 3-1. Also, Manchester United in action in a League Cup game, and that they played against Barnsley, a massive win for them. They beat them comfortably by 7-0. On to cricket news, England hosting Australia in a one-day series. The T20s are done, and now it's the 50-over one-day internationals that will be played. And news from the England camp is that Captain Josh Buttler, he's ruled out for the 5 games because of injury. Harry Brook will be the captain for the 5 games. And then also the Lancashire fast bowler Saqib Mahood, he's added to the players list for England, and he last played for England in the 50-over division in 2023. And also it is Jofra Archer that is also back from injury. The first game will be played on Thursday. That will be at Trent Bridge. Then to close off today's international sports news, it is rugby news. The Rugby Championship continue this coming weekend. A big game for the Springboks. They can win the championship for the first time since 2019 if they beat Argentina, but a tough game for them, away game. It is played in Santiago del Estero, and that game will be 11 p.m. kickoff time. That is Namibian time on Saturday. Also, the All Blacks New Zealand play against Australia. That is Bledisloe Cup. That game will be played early. That is 7:45 Namibian time in Australia. That is Australia hosting the All Blacks. News from the Springbok camp is that there's 10 changes made. Sannam Murat, he will captain the team. Andre Pollard will be the fly-off. So that's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we'll talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Thank you for tuning in and watching Sunset News on this beautiful Wednesday evening. From me, Glenora Shipura. Until next time.